Hey, so you read the title? Maya is worse than you think. Let's talk about it. Okay, first, I want to speak on something. I like all of these people, except Crazy Slick. I think he's weird. I always thought he was weird. But I like Miz, Maya, Mitch, whoever, right? I want to speak on that first. So, let's clarify it. We have a lot more information now on the situation, and we can kind of see what happened in this whole situation based on what Adrianah said and what Maya said, which is a lot more damning to herself than I think she realized. And why I say Maya is probably the worst person in this situation, besides Crazy Slick. So anyway, what happened was Adrianah said Maya came over there. They was gonna write the tweet and kind of mafia her way into, persuading her to be a little nicer to Crazy Slick in her tweet longer, And Maya says basically the same thing. She just tries to lighten how much power she had over the situation. So here's the whole story, the way I understand it. And this is why I say Maya's worse than everybody else in this situation besides Crazy Slick. As a person, as a human being, I think she's the worst person here. And it's kind of crazy and correlating because Maya is basically Twitch's Disney princess. Like, she saves animals, she's the nicest person in the world, all of this stuff, right? But let's talk about what she actually did here and why she has the most control here. Okay, Maya, here's the story how we know it. Maya woke up, heard Noboru talking about somebody got SA'd at her party, right? She tell Miz, she tells Crazy Slick, she tell Mitch, right? They all woke. Now they see the Noboru stuff. They freaking out. Miz is thinking you need to kick out Crazy Slick. Both of them say that Crazy Slick is their best friend. Both of them say this. I want to make sure I clarify this because Maya mentioned it as well. Not just Miz. Miz is not the only person Crazy Slick is best friends with. He's also friends with Maya. All right, so I just wanted to clarify that so I can show their motivation and where it lies. They want to protect their friend. It's what I'm trying to say. Go. So she shows up at Adrianah's house. I'm not sure how the conversation went. I don't know how I'm assuming since Maya said that she wanted to go check and see what Adrianah had to say, I'm assuming she said, hey, why don't I go see what Adrianah has to say? And Miz was like, okay. That's what I think happened because that's the only way I can see how that happened. But maybe it happened differently. I don't have any proof of it, whatever. Either way, Miz sent Maya over to talk to Adrianah. Adrianah at the time is drowsy. She's not really sure what's happening. And she just learned that she may have been SA'd. She's not even sure what's going on. You see what I'm saying? Maya came in all mafia-like and was like, so what are you going to do about this? And basically saying, I don't know if you should say anything at all, or something like, are you sure you want to write this tweet longer? Because she mentioned she was going to write the tweet. She decided she probably going to write her tweet longer. So anyway, let's write the tweet longer, right? They hadn't even started. They haven't even started writing the tweet longer. Adrianah hadn't even started writing no tweet longer. Maya just showed up. And honestly, the power dynamic is crazy here. Understand something. Adrianah is a very small streamer trying to navigate and network with OTK, because OTK, as far as streaming is concerned, owns Austin. You know what I mean? So she's trying to get with them and trying to up her streaming career, try to make some money, whatever it may be, right? So that's her motivation. Anyway, this is what Maya is saying to Adrianah. Hey, I want you to kind of loosen what you say about Crazy Slick here and there. Basically, she's trying to get her friend from not getting in too much trouble, so Miz don't have to kick her out. You know what I mean? That's what she's doing. And Adrianah is sitting there saying, going, okay, that's cool, whatever, just don't kick me out of, don't separate me from the groups and stuff. Like, y'all have parties, I can still come, stuff like that. And Maya was like, okay, that's cool. All right, now here's the problem. Now here's why I have problems with Maya. My opinion didn't really change on Maya until she made her stream, until she did her apology. That's the crazy thing, because I'm looking at what Adrianah is saying and I was thinking, Maya really did that like that, right? I wasn't really 100% believing it, you know what I mean, that Maya would do that in general. But she got on stream and started downplaying what she did. She basically agreed with what Adrianah said, but she was kind of downplaying what she did. somewhat. You know what I mean? And kind of downplaying, she didn't realize there was a power dynamic. Here's the problem though. And here's a couple of problems. She was asking her, she said, now this is Maya's own words. That's why this is such a big thing and why Maya is probably the worst person in this situation. She says that she asks Adrianah, are you sure you want to post this, right? Or something like that. Are you sure it was SA or the R word? And then she states, we agreed, before she realized she kind of messed up there and said, instead of we agreed, she says no.
And I asked her if she thought that Slick raped her or sexually assaulted her. And at the time, we agreed, or at the time, she said no.
Something like that. And it's like, so you understand that you're kind of trying to coerce her a little bit. You understanding that you kind of putting your 2 cents into her deliberation of what happened. That's my first issue with Maya. She kind of stumbled on that, right? But the second one is even worse. Let's say, okay, all of that is still inexcusable. Even the fact that she came out and tried to defend herself immediately after Adrianah finished her stream. That's kind of sus too. That's a red flag there as well. But let's skip all that, right? Let's say you believe Crazy Slick, right, in the situation, and you don't think it was SA or R, it was just a mistake or something like that. Let's say you believe that. Then Maya's actions, maybe not that bad. Bad, but not that bad. Because you don't think Crazy Slick did anything wrong, right? Here's the problem. She states that she didn't believe it was SA or R at the time she went over there, right?
I didn't think of it as a rape, or honestly, I didn't think of it as a sexual assault at the time.
But then she showed messages to Adrianah exposing herself for understanding that it was SA. She said this. She put out this message, meaning this is real. She did it. There's no doubt about it. She exposed herself. She even skips through it when she mentions it. I know what it's like to be SA. That's what she did.
And I said, I'm sorry for what happened with Slick. I know what it's like to be assaulted, feel triggered, blah, blah, blah.
She did that live. That means not only did she understand that she was there to coerce Adrianah, she also understood that Slick SA'd her at the time, but still is trying to cover up this situation. You understand what I'm saying? She exposed that Slick did this. She still covered it up. That's the disgusting part. And that's why I say Maya is just the worst person in this situation, right? Besides Slick, right? Now here's the even worse part here. Now, all that goes down, right? You know what I mean? Now, after this happens, right? And she says she's gonna, they're gonna still hang out and stuff like that. Adrianah is, Maya has these like charity events for animals and stuff like that. Adrianah's like, cool, I want to go to one, right? And she's in her Discord. She's in Maya's Discord, right? Now, when she finally does one and she checks the Discord, she's been kicked out the Discord. What the? That is scummy. That's so scummy. And now all of a sudden the narrative has changed. Adrianah's the asshole, the bitch that tried to get her friend SA. And now all of a sudden Crazy Slick is saying this to all these people, all these girls, all her friends and all this and that. Why are you hanging out with this girl? She tried to get me, you know what I'm saying? That's when that started happening. Maya set that up too. Maya started that whole train wreck. You see what I'm saying? And you think Miz ain't just gonna go with whatever Maya says? You out of your mind. Maya said, she say she don't believe it was SA. And then Miz is gonna go like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? And that's why he's so callous about saying, worst to worst, it's sexual. It was SA. It was harassment. That's why he's downplaying it. The reason he's downplaying it because Maya said it. Maya told him that she thought it wasn't SA. You see what I'm saying? And so Miz is still thinking Crazy Slick was just checking to see if she was okay. You see what I'm saying? By touching her neck, checking her pulse. That's why he said that. That's why Maya is the worst person in this situation. Because she's the only person that knew it was SA. For sure at the time. At this moment. I don't know what else might come out. But at this moment, we know that Maya knew it was SA at the time. That's wild, man. And she still pushed this girl out the scene. And she mentions that she didn't have a gun to this girl's head. You kind of did, Maya. You kind of did. Let's be honest about it. Let's look at the situation from that. You're older, more popular, the person that can elevate her career or shut it down. You Harvey Weinstein. You really are. Twitch version. That's crazy, man. And nobody's talking about this. Everybody focused on Miz. Don't get me wrong, Miz, like I stated before, Miz fucked up. He fucked up. Don't get me wrong. He's saying fucked up shit. He did a lot of fucked up things. Going along with this, in general, was a fucked up thing. And Mitch. What I like about Mitch realized that these people are fucked in the brain. He just witnessed Maya gaslight and cover up this girl's story. And the next morning, like the next few days, Mitch is like, yo, that's fucked up what we did to you. He was talking to Adrianah when he said this. And next thing you know, Mitch leaves the house. I bet you he couldn't stand being around Maya, Miz, and Crazy Slick anymore. He couldn't stand being around Maya. He left around the time that whole situation happened. So my guess is when he saw Maya do that, he was like, I gotta get out of here. These people are evil. And I gotta say, man, I'm just so purely shocked at what Maya did.